Okay, we're going to do a tarot reading on Osho and what he was about when he was around. He was interesting. He was taught neo-sannyasis. In other words, you can be a sannyasi for a day. It was, and we'll go through here and we'll see what it shows. But he said it was a path of healing. Okay. It was a path of serenity, meditation. Now, this was during the popular in the 60s, 70s, when there were a lot of drugs, a lot of doing like LSD, all these type of things. Because we're here with the rainbow thing, you know. We got the rainbow thing going here, the meditation, the rainbow thing. So it was a path also of courage. You know, they were, okay, they were more into, you know, he did things like dancing and, again, neo-sannyasi, free sex, free love. He was very radical for his time, okay? He made a lot of promises to them and that he was connecting them with the earth. We're going to have this wonderful connection. Again, we're going to look at it, be like the tree. He would do a lot of stories too. He would do a lot of, he would like to give these stories and jokes and things like that, you know. Be like the tree, the strength, and be like the bamboo and be willowy, you know. And then you can break through, you know, you can break through your drama. And we're going to continue to be innocent, you know. We're in our innocence. But unfortunately, I don't know why this is, try to get there, that's better. We're in innocence, we're playing. Okay, that's a little better, you can see it. We're going to regenerate, through play, you know. But unfortunately, they didn't have boundaries. You know, women there were getting raped under the name of, you know, we're playing and it's all okay. The sex is okay. Even now, if you go to visit his ashram in Pune, you will have to take if you even want to go through just to view it, you have to take an AIDS test halfway through or you don't get to go on the rest of the tour, even just to tour it. So they were very involved in sex and dancing. They would dance very quick and then stop so they could feel the stillness. This is types of things he was doing. Again, he wanted to have a radically different thing to try to break through, a fresh approach. He was again, spoke against the sexual mores and that type of things, wanted to bring something new about, wanted to create a new type of foundation. Again, preaching we are the world. You know, we're all interconnected, we're all one. It's one, trying to teach this oneness, okay? And again, we're like a colony. We all work together. You know, and it's a gentle, saying it's a gentle path. You can do whatever you want, okay? Come out of your, you know, a lot of people there were bored. They come out of your boredom and kind of like the Nityananda speak. You can have whatever you fantasize about. Whatever you fantasize about, you can have. Okay, you're going to have a life of plenty. We're going to be able to create all these wonderful things. Okay, you're the creator. You can do that. Dance and play, and we're going to make this happen. And for a time, he broke through some obstacles, okay? Some feelings of hopelessness, okay? Discouragement, all those things got broken through for a time. and they danced and played and had a great time. But then eventually they would come to a standstill. And later in the path, they even came to a point where they were having guns. Somebody poisoned some people in one of the towns. They became very paranoid. Things were becoming paranoid, and people in the end, many left with disappointed, you know, in what took place, that they didn't get everything that they thought they were going to get. They didn't get everything they thought they were going to get, and they left, maybe a little wiser, sadder but wiser. Uh, he also, Osho also had a fleet of Rolls Royces. So they really gave him a lot of money. And he wound up dying in Pune after he had been kicked out of so many countries. They wouldn't allow him back in because of his radical things that he was doing. So again, let's kind of go through it. He offered it as a path of healing. Okay. They were doing meditation. They were also doing drugs. They were doing, LSD, all this other stuff was going on at the 60s. Again, he wanted to bring something different. This path of, it was kind of a, he was saying sort of a tantric, Zen, amalgam of things. Now, Osho also was, he was good in psychology. So he really knew how to work the people and stuff. Again, he made a lot of promises, that things would get better. He would connect them to the universe, connect them to that, and that, if they just followed through and look at these comparisons, they would have breakthroughs in their lives. Okay? Just be innocent, and then, you can regenerate through this dancing, through this play, through this, again, but they got rid of the boundaries. And unfortunately, like I said, AIDS was happening, rapes were happening in the name of play, which was not good. He wanted to bring a shake up to the community, give something different, create a foundation, saying we are the world, it's all one, we're oneness, okay? Build a community, okay? Spoke about gentleness. And basically, a lot of people were bored. He'd take them out of their boredom and say, you can create anything you want. Sort of like the Nietzscheananda spin. Offered them and said they would come to a point of being able to have all of these things in their life if they wanted. And for a time, he broke through some of their obstacles, some of their dramas, and they were playing and having a good time, sort of like Nietzscheananda's doing. Nietzscheananda's following very much in the steps of Osho, Maharishi, some of these ones that were around in a lot of doublespeak, this and that, promising powers, promising all these dramas. But eventually they'll find out they're going to hit a standstill. It'll work for a while. You can convince yourselves of these things for a while, and you can develop some of these powers and things for a time. But eventually it's going to fall flat. And then one walks away a little sadder, but maybe a little wiser. So that is the time of Osho. Osho was convinced in the end that he had been, I think the story was that he had been poisoned, and they were trying to blame it on the CIA or something. It was something really crazy. Anyway. But like I said, in the end, they wound up having this kind of a commune, and they were walking around the perimeters with guns. Okay, it went and degraded into something really kind of crazy, and then he passed. But again, for a time, it was, fun and games. We're going to dance hard, then stop. And I believe they're doing that in Nietzsche and Andas as well. I just come to think of it. Oh no, we have special dance that we have to do. It comes out of Shiva. Okay, same type of thing. So he takes the flopping frog thing from Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the flying course, which of course went nowhere as well, and the dance and stuff from that. And then he's teaching the secret things, the tantra sex things, which are behind the scenes that only if you're very special you get to participate in. Okay, so anyway, that's the story of what happened with Osho. And again, Nietzsche is kind of following right along in that sort of trail in a way. But Osho was very open with, again, you can be a neo sannyasi, which means you can be a sannyasi for a day and then drop it the next day. Okay? And then again, the sex was very open and free there, and they were, oh, it's all innocent. But again, started developing, having AIDS there, and a lot of problems, people getting raped and things. It was not good in the end. But they did love his stories. He was a good storyteller, and they really enjoyed that about him. So, namaste. Have a great day.